Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in wa ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My brothers and sisters, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for every opportunity that He's granted us, especially the guidance and the mindset also of recognizing what is good and bad. We are in the month of Sha'ban, a month which we are barely left with a few days to enter the month of Ramadan. A month that we might mistake and take as a month for preparation of Ramadan in terms of iftarat. But this is a month that we are supposed to take with serious precautions. As the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ teaches us from two types of hadith. One that comes from Usama bin Zayd radiallahu anhu. When he asked the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ as to why he had fasted a lot of this month of Sha'ban, the Prophet ﷺ responded to him as saying that this is a month that people have not taken serious, a month that people have taken lightly, a month that comes between the two holy months, the month of Rajab and the month of Ramadan. People think it's a month where they take a break. Unfortunately, it's not. So the Prophet ﷺ goes on to say, it's a month when deeds are taken to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He loves His deeds to be taken to Allah whilst He's fasting. So one of the righteous acts that a servant can do in this month is fast more, especially paying back the days that were missed in the previous Ramadan. It is, of course, not a righteous act from a believer to delay the fasting until Ramadan comes, to the point that even we enter Ramadan with the days which haven't been fasted from the previous Ramadan. The scholars of fiqh have explained in details that delaying fasting until we enter Ramadan deliberately without the valid reason from the Sharia is a punishable offense, which requires one to repent and also requires him to pay for those days in fasting, and at the same time also to pay in mud, in foodstuff to a person on each day that they had missed, whilst paying back for those days. This month of Sha'ban is a month that we need to pull our stockings up. Guidances have been given from scholars when we were in the month of Rajab, when they were telling us that Rajab is a month of planting, sowing the seed, that righteous seed, that good type of person that we want to see after Ramadan, that righteous person that we want to see increasing on the goodness after Ramadan. When we want to succeed in Ramadan, the job must be done must start being implemented from Rajab. Rajab comes, we start picking up the type of seeds that we want to plant, and we start planting them. In Sha'ban, we start watering them. What are those righteous acts that we have picked up? For example, the fasting itself. We speed up the fasting in Sha'ban, giving the sadaqah, reading more of the Quran, and the rest of other righteous deeds, praying, the hajjus, and all those righteous deeds that a servant must do. We should remember that the principle of Ramadan is also applied to the rest of the other months. When the Prophet when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran that ayyaman ma'dudat, that very few specified days of Ramadan, same also with other months. We were in Rajab, barely before we counted the month had finished, and today we're in Sha'ban, and barely also the month was going to finish. So if each time we keep saying no, tomorrow I'll start, we'll never start. We will never start. It's better we start from somewhere and continue maintaining whatever we have started slowly until we get to the next. And this type of actions, they are more beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, no matter wa in kana aqall. Even if it's a small good deed that you're doing, even if it's small, but as long as we continue maintaining it. So if we have started praying our sunnah muakkada after salawat and before salawat, let's continue maintaining it slowly. We push ourselves, as we know that one of the tricks of shaitan is also to draw us from the bigger, high rewardable action to a lower one. For example, one finishes praying the salawat, shaitan will tell you, don't sit and make your adhkar. You can make your tasbih is what you are going. Leave it, don't sit, stand up and go. And we'll stand up and start going and doing our adhkar. In the process, we are losing the thawab of making the adhkar on the sitting place of where we had prayed. At the same time, we'll find ourselves not have prayed the sunnah after that, after the fard salah. So these are the tricks of shaitan that he keeps holding us to. So in this month of Sha'ban, let's get busy in planting, in watering what we had planted in Rajab, and also trying to pull our stockings up to what we may want to see ourselves in Ramadan. Ramadan doesn't come easy when we just jump into it from nowhere, except that we begin from somewhere. Once we're in Ramadan, we start implementing further on what we have started. For we know that that month it becomes easier. But after that, we are left back again like the way we are now. The shaitan no longer be in chains. Now it's not in chains. And after Ramadan, it won't be in chains. This is the best time that we can try to start pulling our stockings up and trying to see what we can do. The fasting is one of the things that we can implement from the Sunnah. As our mother Aisha radiallahu anha, even Salama, may Allah be pleased with her also, mentioned that they never saw the Prophet ﷺ fasting a lot of Sunnah salawat like the way they saw him fasting in the month of Sha'ban. So let's also try to fast as much as we can. We can fast the Mondays and Thursdays, the 3 white days. We can even do that, the fasting of Dawood alayhi salam. Fasting one day, breaking the other day, fasting one day, breaking the other day. And as much as also paying back all the dates of the previous Ramadans that we did not fast before. So most important, we should ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us and protect us also from misguidance and increase our iman and our levels of taqwa and also our levels of commitment towards His deen. For we don't know how much we will live in this world. Our time to the grave is ticking, the graves are calling. The only thing that will benefit us is what we will implement in terms of righteousness in this world. And only Allah can help us towards this. Oh Allah, help us towards it. وصلى الله نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.